Hello and welcome to Watchdog Wargaming. Right, so this is the last in the series of reviews of the figures and for Boltactionkorea supplement, and this is the last of the openings of the Korean Chinese People's Volunteer Army. And what we'll be looking at today is the flamethrower, the bazooka, and the light mortar crews. So this is the last of my Boltactionkorea supplement Chinese People's Volunteer Army review of the figures, and the final one is the flamethrower team, bazooka team, and the light mortar team. As you can see, I bought it from Warlord Games, and it arrived in a blister pack, similar to what we've seen before. I've already opened it up on the side. So, I know how much you want me to cut my fingers, but we'll not just tempt fate too much. Right, so let's just take all that to one side. Okay, pack of bingo today is Stu. So cheers, Stu. Much appreciated. Let's put all the... Okay, as with all products from Warlord Games, you get the plastic bases that come with the figures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Was that 5? 6. That's what we should have. And we'll just put these into the teams at the moment, and then we'll have a closer look at them. Okay, we'll what we'll do first is we'll have a look at the flamethrower crew. Now, the flamethrower itself is a Russian-made type of flamethrower called the ROKS-2. And as you can see on here, it's designed to actually look like a rifle, and the actual sort of barrel, all the fuel and everything else went to look like a rucksack, and that's what it was designed for. So we can actually merge on the battlefield and look a little less inconspicuous. I would say what would spoil that would be the huge great big flame coming out of this end. But there we are. That's the ROKS-2, and that was the most common type of Russian built flamethrower that was used in Korea. Now, with all the Korea range you've got on here, you've got the Chairman Mao type of slouch hat. This chappie's actually wearing a face covering, some bandolier to protect himself from the flames. He's got his summer tunic on, trousers, and he's got a canister and a satchel on the back. So that's let's call him the number one who's carrying the actual rifle. Now, the one that's on here as well is you've got a let's have a look, just make sure I've got the right, I'm going to give you the right one. Yeah, so you've got another figure who's pointing the way. Looks like he's got a Mosin Nagant type of rifle. And this again, this one's as we've seen on the previous infantry ones, he's carrying his hand grenade satchel. Got wrong teeth in today, and his normal bag as well, carrying putties and everything else. The sculpts again, they've got the actual powder on them, but that's all part of the process. There's a little bit of spare metal on there as well, but that can easily come off, but not as bad as some of the previous ones we've seen. So that's the flamethrower team. Now what we'll have a look at next is the bazooka team. Now the early version of the bazooka, which was, I think that was the 2.36 inch version, which you probably remember from World War II. The Chinese had plenty of that. They either copied it or they actually made their own version of it. So you've got a choice. You can either use this as the normal bazooka, or if you see on here, it's actually got the legs. So you could actually use this as the later M20 super bazooka for a better word. And that's got the front legs on it as well. So and also it's got the longer length of the barrel. Same type of sculpt. This one's got one of the winter caps on, pistol holster, baggage, it's normal webbing, satchels, and the light tunic and trousers. What you can do with these ones, because if I remember rightly, the British rules, you can upgrade the Piat to the Super Bazooka, and I think it was an extra 40 points. Now, that's not it doesn't actually say this in the actual career supplement for the Chinese, but if if you're in a friendly game and your opponent's quite happy to do that, then that's what I would say was to upgrade the normal bazooka into the super bazooka, but as per the rules for the Piat, and then you can actually use that one. But there we are. So that's your number one, who's got the actual tube itself, and then again, this is the number two. He's got the bag for the spare rounds. It's a satchel. I was actually going to say that looks like a water bottle rather than a frying pan, but that's probably what it is a water bottle. And then he's got the a longer rifle, probably like I said, Mosin Nagant type of bolt action rifle. These are nice sculpts. And I said the once they've been washed and got rid of that grease and the powder, they actually paint up very, very nicely. And then last but not least, we've got the light mortar. So a little bit of flash on here as well. Now the mortar that they've got on here, you could use the various light mortars the Chinese use. That varied from the Soviet 50mm mortar to the Japanese Type 10/89 knee mortars, and then later the US 60mm mortar. But here we are. We've got Chappie using the a light mortar, just about put it around down there. Typical type of dress, very similar to the others. Nice sculpt for kneeling. And then you've got his number two, armed with binos. Again, this figure, if you've already got a light mortar, this figure would be very good for a spotter of some type. Thing that we can look at is the engineer squad. Now, the engineer squad, that's actually quite a hard-hitting Chinese unit, and as we've already covered, you can if you with the engineer squad, you can actually upgrade two of your normal infantry to actually have the flamethrower team as well included in the engineer squad. So you're going to have a squad that's armed with light machine guns, flamethrowers, if you arm them with anti-armor grenades, satchel charge as well. Quite a powerful little squad there you've got as well. So that's something you can do. As I said, so if you can either use them standalone as just a flamethrower team on itself, or if you merge it with an infantry squad, you can make that infantry squad into an engineer squad. So there we have it. That is the final review of all the Chinese People's Volunteer Army figures that I've purchased over the over recent years. Next on the project is actually to get on and paint them all. I hopefully you're going to join me for that. If you can, it'd be much appreciated. My website is not sponsored by anybody, so I just buy anything my own, and I just toddle along at my own pace. I'm a very, very slow painter, so you'll have to bear with me. But if you want to join me for that painting journey, then please don't forget to like and subscribe below, and we'll see you very, very soon. So thank you very much for joining me. You take care, and I will catch up with you very, very soon. Bye for now.
Squad morale restored.